GSL.
Welcome back to the GSL Code S winners match time. We're going to see who's the first survivor today. Maru versus DRG. I'm going to go with Maru here.
Maru versus DRG. I'll go with Maru as well.
Yeah, I think he's looking just too strong, man.
Yeah, I mean Maru's just it's so god mode.
It's the control. I mean, he's not losing any units every engagement he's picking. And I will say that especially after that last game we saw. I mean, DRG did eventually overwhelm his opponent, but a lot of the engagements were a little bit sloppier. I'm thinking
they were, but against Maru, he's not going to play quite like that. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, after seeing that last game, I hope DRG is a little bit cleaner.
Do you remember back when Innovation was so godly and had never lost a TVZ set except to Sulky once?
Yeah.
And then DRG played him in GSL Code S, I believe, and just smashed him like he was like not the greatest Terran ever.
Well, I would say it was actually like one of the most epic series of all time.
It was so good.
He didn't smash him, but yeah, I mean, it was like he
to win.
He like beat him in a very
that situation. And if you don't think so, you're wrong.
I think that's not the proper usage of smash. This is hyperbole here. I would say that it was a sick, epic match that just barely. What was that on the map? It was on a. Was that a whirlwind?
Whirlwind.
Yeah.
That was a good map.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, his best ZBT is good enough to do this.
Yes. Anyways, on to this match now here, Maru against DRG. The winner here goes on to the round of 16 in the GSL Code S. You do it, Artosis.
Oh, this Terran guy.
That's good.
Female Green Wings Maru.
All right, hold on. Let me. I'll do better on DRG.
All right, you gonna do better?
Yeah. The Zerg.
MVP DongRaeGu. Hatsuho.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah,
it was really good.
I thought so, yeah. I'm going to be taking your job soon.
Yeah. You got to work, man.
I'm going to have to cut a little hole in my throat so I have two voices. One come out of my mouth, one come out of my throat hole. Hello, I am Throat Hole, and I'm Artosis.
Oh, my God.
And together we are, well, we're just Artosis.
My agent told me this joke. Well, our agent told me this joke when I was on the phone. He's like, I decided I'm just going to quit this. What I'm going to do is I've got this ideal job where I'm going to be a caster. I'm going to do it in two voices that have conversations with each other, and then I'm going to be my own agent, too.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Well, we have the hatchery starting up here. TVZ is very, very, very mapped out at this phase.
Yes, certainly
we'll probably have a Reaper come out.
You think? No way.
Look at
a
that.
Reaper. Whoa.
Take that, Miss Cleo. So the Reaper's going to come out now, and then
Fabudamus over here.
Fabstradamus over here. I forgot about Fabutaste. That's my new name is Fabutaste, man. And then he's going to probably get Hellions, and then there will be some pressure here on the front. Occasionally the Terran runs in there, which either does or does not go well. And we kind of dictate that after it happens, based off how many drones are killed versus Langs and all this other stuff. Indeed. But usually they just stay out there and they control this area. Sometimes we see a Banshee used, and then eventually they transition into this Marine medevac army with the assistance of Widow Mines.
Indeed, and recently we've seen a lot of Hellbats as well.
Yeah,
definitely has risen in popularity some, and recently also Mech has made quite a big to-do, I guess. But you know, even though Maru can do it, he's really a bio player in my mind.
Yeah,
you know, he's one of these players I don't normally expect to go for Mech. Although I believe I saw him play a nice Mech game recently. Wow. DRG's on top of it, man. These drones going down to the bare minimums of life before transforming into buildings.
Okay, so he's canceled that. The Langs are just going to push out the Reaper. He wants to keep that Reaper on the creep. Well, I should say DRG wants to have that Reaper come on the creep because the Langs are going to be able to catch him a little bit easier. Now the Queen's out. The Queen is ideal for zoning.
Basically perfect control from both players.
And this is usually what we see in TVZ nowadays, is this dance that both players have mapped out perfectly, and really it ends up with them being virtually even from there.
Now, Tasus, I got a question for you, because Maru's going for this 3rd CC. Speed not near done. I don't think he's going to do intact anyways when it finishes. So we have a minute here, and you know, as we saw there, drones, when they're about to die, just turn into a building real quick.
Yep.
Now, if you had this option, is when you think you're about to die, you can turn into a building. Would you do it?
It's going to turn into a bar.
If you have the gas for it. This could be early game. We don't know.
Oh, God.
This could be the tasteless early years, and you have to turn
into a hot dog stand.
Yeah, something like that.
What would you turn into?
Would you do that? Well, would you take that option, turn into a building?
Well, am I still alive as the building?
Vaguely like these buildings are. Like there's blood in you and stuff. I don't know if you really have thoughts.
Are these buildings like vaguely alive?
Yes.
We have confirmation of that?
Yeah. They're bionic in ways, but
actually, okay, if I was going to turn into a building, any building, I would turn into a concert hall.
Okay, I'm not asking you which building. I'm asking you, would you turn into a building?
Well, or face death?
Well, I mean, it's your choice.
As an atheist stop existing, I would probably just try to exist for as long as humanly possible.
As a building.
As a building, or a tree, or, you know.
Okay.
You know, whatever, hot air balloon, I don't know, whatever.
No, you don't get to be a tree. That's totally different. That was not what I asked.
I don't know if being a tree would be that good, though.
Being a tree might be all right.
Well,
you get cut down and turned into toothpicks and Justin Bieber notebooks. Anyways, we have that Hellion harassment starting that you were talking about earlier, with these Reapers mixed in there as well. I'm going to see if he can do anything to these queens. Not likely.
Yeah, these guys don't do a ton of damage to the buildings. More Hellions coming out now. Usually in this situation, you want to get the queens in a bad spot or shave off any extra units. This map's not ideal to try to get them out of that position. There's not actually a lot of ways to finesse your way around, even against the slow queens. I mean, as you can see, he's got the Lings here, the building Wallens coming up.
With the 4 more Hellions come down, he might be able to do something, but the Lings are already kind of going around, or they look like they were for a moment there. Looks like they're just going to come right down and help out. Nice micro here by DRG, great transfuse. Notice he pulls back the queens with the higher energy so that they can't be targeted, so they can get their transfuses off. Really, these guys have both played like pretty perfectly so far, if you ask me, Tasteless. Tasteless, ask me if they've played pretty perfectly so far.
Artosis, what's your favorite color? Wait,
yeah,
what?
They have. Wait, what? It would be both red and blue, because these two are playing almost perfectly.
Oh, nice. Well played.
Huh, no, this is like really a superb micro on both sides. No one's really losing anything or giving up any real ground. And, looks like we're going to get into like a really solid macro game. This is pretty exciting.
It is.
I love DRG top form to Zerg, man. It's just so good.
I love seeing him in the end game here, because he's just so solid. He's really able to control the whole map and do like what Zerg were made to do, which is just control everything on the map, suck up all the resources. So we have the beat Kerrigan's guy.
He's being Kerrigan's guy.
Yeah, that's in fact, you know what? I think that's from here on out in this cast, that's what we're gonna call it. When the Zerg playing really well, you're really being Kerrigan's guy right now.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
If you're too nice, then Kerrigan might not like you anymore. So DRG's got to show a little bit of attitude.
Yeah, he's got to show a little bit of attitude.
Yeah.
Make fun of her a little bit, but not too bad.
You got to do something wrong in
bit.
Zerg if you're going to be Kerrigan's guy.
Yeah.
She likes fixer-uppers. Like, notice he doesn't really have creep spread on the right side of his third.
Yeah.
That's a fixer-upper right there.
That's a fixer-upper right there. But so far...
None of these perfect Zergs, okay?
No.
Sulky's out of her league.
And let me tell you, the nice Zergs finished last.
That's right.
That's for sure.
In fact, wasn't Savage or Rogue just eliminated the other day?
This is true.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
No.
But right now, DRG really being Kerrigan's guy right now. Yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
Good. Maybe not what she wants, but definitely what she needs. And, you know.
Oh. Well, we have the small army coming out now, and this is just enough so that he could pick it up if he wants to zip back home.
Yeah, great
2-2, by the way, coming here.
Great timing on 2-2 here.
Yeah.
Notice how he's lined up and, in fact, just slightly ahead of the +2 armor upgrade of Maru. So that's fantastic, because most of the times when you watch a TVZ top level, the Terran is just a little bit ahead of Zerg. So this is really nice for DRG. But that's a
Unfortunately,
great
that's going to be a
pickoff.
forced cancel. He really should have had something over there to spot for that. If you could see, there's an entire blank fog of war area over there on the right side of the map.
He even got the kill there. Not the biggest deal that it's a kill, not a cancel, but still a little bit of something. And just the fact that he got rid of that and really lost nothing doing it. Maru's looking fantastic here.
Ling's now backing up. Yeah, Maru is looking pretty ferocious, and he's going to start pressing forward now. He shut down that third base that was being made. Now he just wants to keep the pressure on. He wants to make it really difficult to get that additional hatch, cleaning up the creep here. You know, I don't know if the counterattack is going to work, and I don't even know, due to the distance between the army and the second, I don't think he can really even intercept the reinforcements easily.
Yeah, I think he's checking. He's like, oh, okay, that's not going to work. Okay, now go down for the flank. Why not check, right?
Of course.
Those Zerglings with speed are pretty quick.
Absolutely. Not hard for him to get around on this map, especially.
Well, he's actually not going for a flank. Looks like he's just going to attack right in. He's got to be really careful about these Widow Mines, though. Okay, those Widow Mines don't really do that much.
Queen's taking a lot of blows here. Actually, really nice micro-in by DRG so far. Actually, is he going to just run this over? Let's see how good the splitting is here from Maru. Now, Maru fanning out. Micro-in more than just one screen right here.
And DRG basically just cleans it up.
Yeah.
Wow. These two really playing fantastically.
And here comes the Mutas, like, the Mutas slept in. Get him.
Oh, there they go. Of course, more units coming, but he does pick off 2 medevacs, which is quite nice, and 2-2 is just about to finish. Again, these guys are just, this is a really great TVZ. The only thing that is a little bit bothersome is that DRG's 4th did get canceled, so you do have to give that edge to Maru.
Yeah, certainly. More Marines, Marauders coming up here now. And I don't know. I think DRG might be in good shape to hold this. We'll have to see, though. It'll depend a lot on the Widow Mine hits. For instance, if they get a clump of Banelings or the Mutas, maybe that could change this. But
if he gets some good Baneling hits, conversely, he can certainly be in a very good position. Oh, here we go. The Widow Mines don't look like they do too much. Okay, one does hit the Mutas quite nicely, but as long as he doesn't lose a whole bunch of them right now.
I think he's just got too much. I mean, it's just too hard. There's too much screen space here for Maru to even try to control all this properly. Now, what he wants to do with the Mutas is hit the medevacs, which he's doing right now.
That was really well done. Even guiding those 2 Banelings into the couple of Widow Mines that were burrowing so that he wouldn't lose anything extra there. That was just really a very nice battle out of DRG.
You know, DRG just might be our Zerg player that is always able to beat the best Terran at any point in time.
It seems that way, right? Like, he has consistently, and we even said he's been in Code S 12 seasons, and throughout those 12 seasons, he has always been one of the very best Zergs able to beat anyone when he has an on day.
Yeah.
And there were on months. There was an on set of like 6 months where this guy literally just won everything.
Yeah.
So to see him in this type of shape is not even surprising. It's actually very nice to see because he was kind of slumpish since that one really strong season where he took out Innovation.
Yep. Yeah, he's been a little bit neutral, I guess you could say.
Yeah, his pH balance was right around 0, I would say.
Right there, yeah. Not too much acidity there.
No. Not too alkaline either.
No. Well, you know, from here, Maru's got a tough situation because he hasn't secured his 4th, and DRG's double expanding here, and from here with the gas he's going to have, with those 2 other bases, he can support a lot of different plays. And by the way, you can see kind of the affirmation of that is the infestation pit here when the Mute is now being upgraded.
Right now, those Mutas going over after this medevac. That means that his Mutas are out of position for this, and loses a few Banelings, not too many. But his Mutas are out of position. Going to be hard to actually hit this just right. The Widow Mines do get burrowed because of that. And oh, I love this. A drop over at the 4th while he has to engage this.
Again, another incredible attacker from DRG. Everything that is thrown at him, he just beats back. It does look like he's going to lose the bottom right base. Meanwhile, Maru continuing to press forward here. Both players, the supply is dropping slightly, but then bouncing right back up. Again, I think Maru might have to regroup here. Overall, the battle, I would say, was successful enough because he got rid of that base at the bottom right, and now he can attack this one. That's the 4th over here, closer to the Terran's 3rd.
Well, you know, Maru definitely could be getting into some trouble here. DRG does have that 4th mining. Yeah, Maru killed one of them, which is super important. But Maru doesn't have his 4th, so his production's going to slow down a little bit, but at the same time, he's about to have 3-3 finish up, and that's something that DRG is way off of. That's always a very scary time in a long TVZ, is that moment where Terran is 2 upgrades up, and it happens basically every macro game that looks like this.
Yeah. Well, Terran does take the 4th, and this is the best place he could possibly take that 4th. But hold that thought, we have the big attack coming up now. The Baneling's just pushing this army back. And again, another battle that looks like should, well, let's say actually, no, he's going to have to regroup here. He ran out of Banelings and Lings down there. Probably the first battle we've really seen Maru actually beat back DRG.
It's interesting that he took that battle there. That could be a combination of trying to stop the 4th, and maybe he was trying to hit before 3-3?
I think what he wanted, yeah, it's a combination of both, because if he stops that 4th there, then I think the game then just goes to DRG from there.
Okay.
He just keeps beating him back, but now Maru's got the 4th, which means the game's starting to balance back out a little bit, and now the pressure's on the Zerg once again to start expanding, and this is a great move here, although it may cost the Zerg the 3rd base here.
If he loses that 3rd, that's definitely an issue, but a lot of Lings and Banelings rolling in here.
Is it enough, though?
Bangs do all right, but still quite a few units left over. And without those mutas, how do you deal with that Marauder-based army?
Yeah. And now this hatch goes down, and here's the problem. It is now actually 4 base versus 3 base, although 2 of the bases out of those 4 for Maru are non-functional.
Yeah, in fact,
this actually is a problem
he's not mining all that much, really.
No, he's not.
Well, with only a few Marines there, he definitely can pick this all off with these mutas, but more Marines rallying down at the moment.
Yeah, he needs to actually boost. There you go. Boost those medevacs over there to the right. Nope, not like that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is getting harder and harder. He's lost a lot of mutalists. He doesn't have many left.
This is actually, so far has been, GG, last second he has to tap out. That was a great game. That was actually the best game we've had today so far.
By a million miles.
DRG made one critical error, and
well, losing that 3rd
hit,
or the 4th base.
I get the idea of hitting the SCVs over there at the.
Oh, that part at the end.
That was bad.
I like that actually.
I don't know, man. I think in that position, I don't know.
I think at that point you had to just hope that Maru screwed up something because his army was kind of weak.
Well, the problem was once he lost that 3rd base, I mean, yeah, you get a lot of SCVs, but Terran does have enough. You know, orbitals, landing mules, and everything. You have just enough muscle power. You're probably going to be able to push that 4th base. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that it looked. I mean, there were some other small mistakes, like when he engaged when the 4th was being made for the Terran. And it was, I could see what he wanted to do. He was like, no, I'm going to close the set. I'm going to end him.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish this. I'm going to get him her 2.
The thing is, when the 4th was first killed off by Maru way long ago, that I felt like was probably the most important part of the game, but DRG fought back so well. Now imagine if he had a 4th base and all that. I think that's really, at the end of the day, if we count up what counted the most towards Maru's victory, is killing that 4th then, because it slowed everything down enough that all those big army wins that DRG got weren't enough to win him the game. They were just enough to like definitely keep him in it and keep the game close. But if he had a 4th, he would have been crushing those armies, having so much more.
I'm a little bit worried this might be a 2-0 despite how good DRG's looking.
Well, King Sejong Station, definitely a map where Mutalists can be very difficult to deal with for Terran.
Yeah.
So if you get a good Mutaball, it could be nice.
I was just amazed at Maru's ability to be everywhere. I mean, it really is. It's like you're up against this giant machine. It's almost like Maru's the Zerg in a way, you know?
If he wasn't a solid human, he would be a gaseous fog.
Wow. Time for game number 2 here. If Maru wins this, he goes on to the round of 16. If DRG wins here, we have one more game for the winners match here in the GSL.